Hey, it's Nay. Welcome back to Nay's Little Garden and Home. So, I'm about to start a next batch of seeds. I do want to let you know, I'm sure sometime very soon I'm going to show you what's growing in my little grow tent. I do want to put out a little asterisk. The pepper seeds still have not sprouted. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's not Matt's pepper seeds. It's just the seeds take so long to sprout. Guys, I started them on the 2nd. It is now the 10th or 11th. It can take, I think that he says on his website, it's like 2 to 3 weeks for those seeds to pop up. And I'm going to give every single one of his seeds and all of my pepper seeds 3 full weeks opportunity to pop up before I plant any more seeds in there. Because most of my greens, like my lettuce greens, when I separated them, they're not here anymore. They did not make it. They looked real rough. So what's going to end up happening, I've separated tomato seeds and they've been fine. I just must have been too rough. But my arugula survived, my rocket, that survived just fine. I had 3 of the arugulas, but I put it in 4 cell. So I planted new arugula in that 4th cell, and they've all sprouted. So it's very interesting how quick or how long certain seeds, depending, right, will pop up. I am not telling you to start your spicy pepper seeds right now. I'm just saying they take a very long time to sprout. And I wouldn't say I have a short season, growing season. I wouldn't say I have a long one either. So it really depends. These past couple years, we really haven't had really long winters. Like spring comes fairly rapid, and you can grow things in that, right? So what am I talking about? Like, May, I feel like April I really could plant out cold weather crops for sure. But let's just start from May. May, June, July, August, September, October. So I have about 5 to 6 months of growing, which when I say that out loud, that actually it's a decent amount of time. I'm going to say we have about a medium length of growing season time. The situation with saying 6 months, it's not 6 months of tomatoes growing, right? Because the tomatoes and peppers will not actually touch my garden until, I said May. They will go in May, like the middle of May, into my actual garden. And then you really slow down a lot of the growth come end of September, right? So you're getting into October. October is cool, right? So things and the amount of light we get dramatically starts dropping. So it's really like May to September is growing, which is still a decent amount. And I did actually have my first somewhat successful harvest of sweet potatoes this past year. I bought my sweet potato slips from Burpees or like one of those big box stores, and they did look a little sad. They grew, but I think that sadness, when they have to recover from that type of sadness, it slows down the growing process. And so we got sweet potato, and I actually cooked one. Guys, it's January, and I cooked one for my husband the other day because I was like, you try it. If it's nasty, I'm gonna throw all of them out. He ate it and was like, this is good. Obviously, I did sugar, brown sugar, cinnamon, vanilla extract, all of that. But I feel like you could taste bad food. You know what I mean? Like, or bad vegetable. So, why did I say it like that? Anyway, my point of that is I did harvest a decent amount of sweet potatoes. They're just skinnier. So, I'm hoping through maybe better feedings of them, they'll be able to bulk up a little bit more, and I'll be a little faster. I don't know when I can't remember when I planted out in 2025, but maybe a week or two sooner than whenever I did that, because I know that also that sweet potatoes slips are sensitive to cold. So I also don't want to be doing all of that. I'm saying all that to say I really do have a decent amount of growing time, but I do want to have some stuff start early because the cold weather crops, I'm giving them space in my garden, and I've allotted space for them in my garden. However, some of them will have to go when it's time to plant out my other stuff, because I want to have space that I don't account for more warm weather crops, because I'm definitely going to overstart seeds. Let's talk about the stuff the flowers that we eat. This is the hybrid broccoli green magic. I don't have a picture, as you can see, seasoned, so let's be playing with my life, but there's a good amount in here. I'm going to probably start all of these, finish this out. I don't have any preference of broccoli and cauliflower right now. Who's to say that will change? It might change in the future, but as of right now, I'm just going to use what I have and just be grabbing random stuff. If someone says it's good, I'll try it out. Like, it's fine. This is the purple sprouting broccoli. I haven't had the biggest success. I've had a little bit of success for broccoli and cauliflower, but nothing insane. Like, I see some people cut a broccoli head the size of my head. What are you putting in there? The colors of the wind? I don't understand. Anyway, the next one is from Renee's Garden, is the Amazing Taste cauliflower. This will also be going in here. Oh, someone was asking about things that, like, varieties they could plant in their green stock. I love Renee's Garden. First of all, the website is just really pretty. I believe Renee's Garden is run by women. Don't take me for fact, but I find it very interesting that it's a very aesthetically pleasing website, like pretty, like a pretty website. Like, go on it. It's Renee's Garden, and you let me know what you think of the website, but it's very pretty and very well organized. And I think it's the coloring too is just different from a lot of other seed websites, which I feel like a lot of them use like a white background. Renee's Garden was like, I'm gonna be different, and I love that for them. Anyway, they have a lot of great information, and it's very easy that they have organized it for container varieties, and I feel like they have a pretty decent amount of container varieties. So that's what I'm gonna start for these things. I do have, I can't even open this right now. The amount of greens in here is actually insane. I'm not playing with my kale and my spinach this year. My spinach is sprouted and she's looking fantastico. I might go ahead and plant her into my polytunnel and see if she can survive when I know for fact snow is at some point gonna come through. It's winter. But even if she doesn't, I'm growing some in my tent to grow and cut and eat, right, as well. But my greens, I want to make sure we eat more greens this summer and spring. So I'm going to make that happen. I was originally gonna lift the light, because my husband, we never ended up getting to it that day, to lift that light in there so I can put a second shelf. And then have two sets of two shelvings things of plants starts, right? That's not happening. That light is very strong. I have it at the highest setting, and I feel like it's rapido drying out my plants, my soil, as well as it's just a strong light. Like, the way the plants are growing compared to the way some of my plants grew last year, and it could just be also partial experience, right? They're just coming out kind of stocky. So we're going to see what happens. I think what might end up happening is I'm going to put I was putting down stuff and then putting my trays on top to bring them so close to the lights. I still am going to use those lights, guys. But it's just insane how strong the light is, I guess, is what I'm just trying to say, and not be dramatic about it, but very strong. So what's going to end up happening is I'm not going to do that. I was going to add a third, excuse me, it was going to be a third row. So there's 2 in there right now. I think I'm going to leave it at the 2 instead of trying to add a third one. and then I'll just move stuff as it gets its first set of true leaves to make way for new plants to sprout. I'm just not playing with my tomatoes and peppers this year. Anyway, that's all I really want to talk about in this video. Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section if you're going to be starting any new seeds. The next video I'm going to tell you, like, we're going to really sit down and just discuss exact weeks when I'm going to start my tomatoes, peppers, and a bunch of other things. And it's weeks. I'm not starting everything that in 1 week. I'm going to start stuff a little early. I'm going to start stuff quite early to some people, somewhat early, and then on regular. So I'm going to give us about 2-3 weeks of being able to start very important crops, and I'll let you know what important crops those are. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Bye-bye.